What's going on, you guys? It is another episode, the 11th episode of All My Friends Are Grown-Ups. It's the daily pod. Well, I can't even say daily. It's more so bi-weekly at this point, if you were to average it out. Podcasts of our daily bullshit. The uncut, unfiltered, un-motherfucking edited podcast on YouTube and Spotify. So we were just talking about these. We're just getting right into it. These Chinese weather balloons. It's not a weather balloon, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm googling it right now.
Fucking
Jimmy, bring that up.
Yeah, we need a fucking Jamie, bro. We need a Jamie. We really need a Jamie. Anyone wants to be our Jamie? Hit us up. Leave in the comment section. You want to be a Jamie? We need somebody for
I don't
this
think
shit.
if they don't watch Joe Rogan's podcast, they're not going to know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's we need a tech person to look up our shit as we talk about it because
we have no idea what we're talking
lazy
about.
pieces of shit. We don't do our research beforehand, so we do it during, and then it makes us look like amateurs. But I heard about it like the other day, and I actually heard about it because I started seeing people doing like memes about it, and they started to be like the spy camera over like fucking like Alabama, and it was like these two fucking like rednecks with like guns like throwing their guns up in the air. It was like it was all like a joke, like it was just like like hovering drones and shit. People were making jokes out of. That's literally how I learned about it because I didn't know about it until that. I was like,
I'm gonna be honest, you hover anything that's not USA over our country, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna start shooting at it.
Oh yeah.
Any excuse to shoot some shit.
That's why you protect the Second Amendment, bro.
Especially if it's China. Whores.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's...
After the China virus and everything, yeah.
China
virus.
Vagina virus.
No, but after...
Yeah. Not the thing your sister gave me.
Yeah, it's a little different. Oh, God.
There's so many different...
I don't know.
There's so much different information of what...
I know, it's like a fucking...
It's like, who do I...
It's a clusterfuck, bro.
Who do I fucking listen to? I guess it picks... Because all the news stations lie. And they all... It's like the same thing, but just different stories.
What do you mean? You don't trust CNN and Fox?
Absolutely not. I don't trust nothing.
That's why I always told people, like, for so long now.
Yeah.
If I went to your house and I saw you watching one or the other, I'd be like, dude, just look up your own shit. Don't watch the news if that's what you're watching.
Yeah. You can't even trust that anymore, though.
No. Well, I mean, unless you're doing like a peer-reviewed article on like a specific subject, like where they wrote something on it with, scientific backing and evidence to it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't believe that shit.
Oh.
Everything has its agenda, and it's like, it's sad, but everything does.
Well, they shot the fucking thing down.
Yeah, they shot it down.
Yeah. It says the U.S. military shot a Chinese high-altitude balloon coming over the east coast of the Carolinas.
China has expressed its quote strong dissatisfaction and protest against the decision.
Dude, if it was
accusing the U.S. of overreacting and quote seriously violating international practice.
Yeah, because invading our fucking airspace isn't considered. That's almost considered war, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're legitimately, you have a spy drone over territories in the U.S. where you don't have clearance to be flying it.
That's where I think that people are thinking Biden gave them clearance, but they were going to each of all of our military sites.
Yeah, see, that's if they weren't flying over the military, if they weren't flying over even so, it's still a violation. But like, if they're flying over military fucking areas, that is to me an act of war.
Yeah, they said it was too dangerous to shoot over land, which kind of if in the cities, you probably don't want to shoot down right there because God forbid, what the fuck knows what's in it? What's in the balloon? Is there a device in it that'll cause another fucking chain of virus? Is another bomb? But now that we have it, we can figure out what they were looking at, what they really were looking at.
I like how they try to gaslight us, though, by saying it was like, oh, bro, it was your overreaction. Like, you shot it down?
Yeah,
I don't know, like, kind of a dickhead move. It's like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, we should. The U.S. Army, it said U.S. Army shot it down. But we shot it down over towards the shore, so it hit the water. Which is kind of, I guess, that's a little better than hitting over one of the major cities.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but if it was in like the Midwest over some fucking farmland or something,
But what the fuck was
it's like
I mean,
I'm like they can pay for some fucking a field of potatoes.
yeah, like that's not gonna, yeah,
Like-
that's not a huge fucking casualty in terms of that, but it's just a matter of what the fuck were they? I mean, obviously, if you're focusing your attention over the military bases, you have a fucking select goal in mind.
Yeah, large cities.
And large cities, you know what the fuck, and you're looking for something that's not just randomized.
No.
So
Yeah, that's a threat.
that's a threat to me. Like that's
that makes me uneasy. Especially with China.
bro.
Everyone knows we're the powerhouses of the world. Or you know what I mean? We haven't been invaded ever.
U.S. officials say the balloon was being used for quote surveillance, but China insists it was a civilian research vessel. Okay, so either way, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Why are they surveying our civilians anyway? Even if that is the case.
It's all about big peepees. It's because we have big old dicks.
Well, what they're basically saying
Like that
is
South Park episode with the Chipokemon. Oh, we Chinese have a small peepee. You Americans, big penis.
yeah, I mean,
You're jealous of our dicks, but we're not very good at math.
yeah, it's fucking weird though, because it's like either way, what the fuck is the like? There's no defense they can have against this.
No.
That goes about like, oh, it was an innocent fucking thing. Like it was just us doing something. It's like, okay, I can't see any way around this shit. Like, and I always said like,
that's what CNN said.
All right, well, let's see what fucking you got a Fox source there.
Yeah. Oh, in the let me scroll.
I want to see the difference between the reports because we know that both Fox and there you go, both Fox and CNN can eat a bag of dicks, but like in terms of their credibility. But
yeah, it says a Chinese spy balloon crashed into the Pacific off the coast of Hawaii 4 months ago. Yeah, that's why.
That was the 4 months ago one.
Was there another one? Was there two? Well, I'm only familiar with.
Familiar with this one.
So they're full of shit.
I was also learned that at least one Chinese spy balloon flew over portions of Texas and Florida during the Trump administration.
I have a feeling. Well, it's on Fox, and they're usually Trump gun go. So.
Yeah.
But I don't know. From what White House said that Biden followed the active advice of the Pentagon and top military leaders not to shoot the craft down over the U.S. in case they cause civilian casualties, and collateral damage, which is kind of smart. But they're still getting the feed, but you still risk it coming down and maybe possibly doing something. What if we have drones? Why don't we just go there? If it's a fucking balloon, just go there, grab it, pop it, and then we just bring it back down. We don't need a F-22 to go shoot it down.
It's not like it's a fucking death machine. You know what I mean? It's a surveillance thing. But I like that quote though, right there, where it says Rubio. Here's how you know you got fucking division among this whole story. Even this they're gonna use. Rubio says Biden waiting to tell American public about Chinese balloon. It's a dereliction of a duty. I don't like Rubio to any extent, but I kind of agree with that. Because you and I are just like saying now we're learning about this balloon that apparently happened 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, if they're surveying us, they're planning, in my opinion, why the fuck are you surveying unless you have something planned?
Yeah.
There's no reason behind that.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you survey your own shit? Maybe check on the poor in your fucking country.
Yeah, like
that word. Deal with your goddamn wet markets. You know what I mean? And your bullshit.
I don't know. I always talked about that, and I said if people were worried about because of how fucking crazy South Korea and all that shit, North Korea and South Korea. Well, I mean the tensions between South and North. Yeah. I mean, but North Korea always failing their fucking missile tests and all that shit, and they always joke about it. I'm like, that man is fucking crazy. Kim Jong-un is fucking.
Yeah, he only smiles when the missile goes.
But I don't have a fear of that. I have a fear of if China, their fucking numbers is what terrifies me.
Yeah, but their numbers are kind of. I've heard that their numbers are at an all-time low thanks to COVID. Yeah. They get killed. It took about a third of their. That's why they had to change their child policy.
But it's still a shitload more than we have.
Yeah, but we got,
but we have, in terms
we-
of our army and military and equipment, like,
Yeah. That's just our military. Imagine if they decided, like, okay, we're gonna just gotta put troops into America. You're gonna get fucked up.
yeah,
Like, unless it's in California, you might get away with it in California.
yeah.
Because those liberal cunts, they don't got guns. But you know,
And they're fucked.
yeah. But we have Texans.
We have Texans.
So
Yeah, the ones that were shooting at those balloons. Yeah.
yeah, we got guys waiting. Like, you know how many?
We got basements
Yeah, you know
full
how
of
many
guns in every
militias?
other house down there.
Yeah, we have legal militias in this country. Try us.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a boast, but like, I don't worry about like.
It's not a boast, it's a warning.
Yeah, I don't worry about invasion. That's why we can do. That's why we got the balls to just walk into a country and say, "Hey, this is kind of how this is gonna go."
And there's a lot of.
No,
That chick just messaged me.
don't even get me started. I'm trying to focus on this podcast.
Me too.
I already got a fucking half a chub. She wanted. She was just flirting. But she probably wants you to go to that bar.
She just said, and what the hell? I just read that across the top. Oh boy.
She wanted you to go with her.
I know. Hey, I have a duty, bro.
Sir,
We gotta speak to the people.
The people, listen, the people can wait 3 weeks to do a fucking podcast. You could have went, I could have got a ride home.
Listen, we're fine. This is what we're doing. We're here. You gotta listen. I
Maybe, apparently not, because she's messaging you. Or it's because you lied. You're like, oh yeah, they're open till they'll serve you till 1:30, and she probably went down.
No,
there.
I asked her. I was like, "Did you get the Vesuvios?" She was like, "Yep." And she said, "And what the hell?" I'm like, "Oh, what? I don't know. We'll see." I'm recording right now. I'm busy.
Listen, ladies, stop speaking in code. Like, we don't get hints. We're simple creatures.
We
Just
really are.
Tell us exactly what you want.
You know what? You know what would make me happy? I'm sitting down outside in nature, staring at a fire for 5 hours. That would put me at peace.
Do it on mushrooms.
Ladies would be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm looking at the fire." "Why?" "Because it relaxes me." I could look into a flame for hours and say nothing.
Yeah, I was born in.
You'd be like, "You want to talk about the flames?" I'd be like, "No, I don't."
No, the flames are talking to me, and I'm just listening.
I'm inside the flames. Okay, I'm in my mind.
I am.
I'm burning alive right
I
now.
am one with the fire. I am the fire.
I am the
I am the
fire.
firebender. You should do it on.
I am the captain of the fire.
You should do it on mushrooms. You'll be seeing little people dancing like one of those Disney movies.
Bro, I'd be out of this fucking world on that shit.
No, you'd be the happiest you ever be.
I probably would. I probably fucking would.
You would love life.
I would be more happier than your fucking dog is right now next to that heater, bro.
Yeah, that thing is nuts.
He's like licking the air, bro.
That thing
He's just.
that thing keeps the house pretty warm.
Dude, I opened the fucking the fucking entryway into the goddamn living room, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's toasty. I like it.
Heater. I have an old house, so that it gets real cold. Even if I got heat, I ain't trying to jack much. Like, oil's expensive.
Oh, it is.
Well,
You should get that thing.
I have gas. Huh? Walmart.
Walmart, really?
Yeah. We get kerosene, right?
Dude, that thing kills the downstairs right now. It's like fucking warm.
It's toasty.
That thing
Yeah,
fucks.
but you can't keep it on. It doesn't last like all night. It lasts, I can't remember the time. I think for most it lasts like 6 hours or so.
But it does its job well. Though.
Yeah, I got another like one of those radiator ones.
Yeah.
A space heater in the living room. It's a big old house and there's a lot of drafts, so it's hard sometimes. They you know what I mean? You try and crank the fucking gas and have like $1,000 gas bill. So this is like it's a little cheaper, like electric, and it's a little cheaper, especially when it gets only when you use it when it gets like really cold, like it has been the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And it's like you usually get the nip out. Other than that, it holds.
It does its job.
It's doing its job. Yeah.
It's fucking doing its job.
Yeah. Well, the cat and dog like laying.
The cat and the pupper fucking love it. I can tell.
What?
God damn.
He's so sad. What, buddy?
What? Fucking love dogs, dude. I gotta get a dog. I gotta get one. Like I don't know.
You don't have time.
ever since the last, you know what I mean, the last one I had a fucking, like I said, a Shiba Shiba Inu for goddamn 17 years. I was 7 when I got him.
That's a long time.
That motherfucker lived. He was ridiculously, like, he fought towards the end, you know. But it was one of those times. It was like, it was sad because, like, you know, he got old and we started noticing him like randomly having trouble like breathing. He didn't have the kind of air like lung capacity he had. We took him to the vet and he had like a fucking, you know, mass next to his trachea.
Yeah.
So it was like you know, it formed and it was pressing on it. So when he did certain things, he couldn't breathe as well. He laid a certain way, and then it was like okay.
But
and
they just couldn't.
And then he had fucking like then it all happened in like a few months, like 2.5 months. It's like then he had like fucking like his kidneys started failing him like out of nowhere. We're like, okay, well now we can't give him medicine, and like if we do, it's gonna, you know, take him out basically. So anything he's in pain, he's gonna have to deal with until we were like, all right, no more pain. Like, but then he fucking somehow dislocated this arm. It was like back and like just getting off the steps because he was old, and like then we like he was trying. We were taking him in and out of the house for like the last couple of days, and we're like, we gotta like, you know, he's in so much pain between.
Yeah.
You know, we asked the vet. We're like between what he's feeling now with his kidneys and everything is like, and obviously his shoulder's in pain. I was like, he's in a lot of pain, right? Like we don't. I was like, yeah, he's in pain. I was like, all right, we have to make the decision, you know. And it was like, 17 years, man. That pupper, god damn it, it was like a second furry brother to me, you know, growing up. It's
Yeah,
like
it's hard. You notice it's always harder to let go of pets than like oh grandma died, like oh that sucks. But like oh the dog died. Oh my fucking god, what am I gonna do?
No, I know it's and not to say it like it's, you know, like morbid, but no, it is. It's like you form a when you see a pup like every day a bond. It's like it's completely not to saying a bond with a family member like a grandmother isn't genuine, but it's like it's completely one like it's genuine. Like there's no attack. There's nothing to it. It's like there's nothing like a fucking pet's love.
That's what happened when we had a Rottweiler back in the day. He was 3 years old. Oddly enough, his name was Nikita.
Oh.
He was a run litter. He was a little smaller, but that thing, he was a Rottie Chow mix, but you couldn't tell he had Chow in him. Like that fucker was all Rottie.
Yeah.
And we knew he was something special because he was only 3 years old, and like you know those 2 foot long spike things you screw in the ground to get the dog in.
Yeah.
He ripped that thing the fuck out of the ground. Yeah, we used to have a fat kid in the neighborhood. He didn't like him for some reason. No, strangers will walk through cut through our yard.
Yeah.
Dog never bothered him. As soon as that kid walked through that yard, that dog lost his mind. We asked him 100 times if he did anything, like you know what I mean, teased it or whatever. He did not like him at all. He ripped it. Yeah, he ripped it out of the ground that day. He ripped that out of the ground and went after the neighbor's German Shepherd. The German Shepherd was abused, so usually he came from he was a rescue, and they were abused. So like the dog itself was like fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like it's not really in his fault. But my little sister was there. She was probably only like 3 or 4, so she was out with the dog. That German Shepherd, you know what I mean, just jumped the fence, he beelined it, and that Rottweiler ripped that fucking thing right out of the thing.
Yep.
He bucked that German Shepherd up.
Oof.
Yeah, I love that. Like Roddy, after that, like Roddies are like probably one of my favorite dogs. They are my favorite dogs. But I don't want to get I want one, but at the same time, I don't want to get one. Because I don't like, you know what I mean? It's that I gotta let you go eventually.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then it's like
it's fucking hard.
Like
bro.
they're great dogs if they're trained, or they're terrible. Like they're whatever you get them to do, whatever you have them do, they're fantastic at it.
Yeah.
Like they're great family dogs. Like they love you. They're fucking babies. But if you need them as a guard dog, like they're gonna do their job. I still love their stupid fucking face.
Yeah.
Like every time I see one, I just want to grab him by his face.
You motherfucker!
Kiss your fucking snout.
Yeah, there's something real about that, man, that you don't get with fucking human connection with that. It's
no, because dogs when they love you, they really love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A person can tell you they love you all the time and then cheat on you.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean, turn on you and shit. That wasn't a shot, by the way. That wasn't. That's not. That's not related.
That wasn't a shot, but let's talk about that. No. Let's just do a hypothetical situation here, right?
Quote unquote.
It's hypothetical. Nothing extremely personal
I
to
lost
any
my-
of us. But
I lost my lighter.
oh, you like is that what went down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I am a nerve. Oh, there it is.
Oh, fuck.
Because I'm nervous in front of camera. Like I can't. Like first, I think it might be. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't keep my hands still. I don't know. But I guess I'm on one of those autistic spectrums. Or I think it might be anxiety. I just need something to fucking fiddle around.
Oh,
with.
fiddle with? Yeah. No, I used to be like that all the fucking time. I don't know what helped me out with it,
yeah.
but
If
I'm
you,
not
like,
as
if
bad
you like
now.
sit there and watch me, I'm always like fidgeting or moving.
Yeah.
So I can't like. That's why chicks hate cuddling with me. But well, other than the fact that I'm like a fucking plush bear, I'm like warm, soft, but yet strong. But like, you
but
like
chicks
stop.
like that,
You
I
just
feel
stop like fucking twitching. I'm like, no.
Not really.
Like,
Thanks,
no.
Dick. No.
like,
No, but
man.
yeah, say about that. This is a hypothetical thrown out here,
I
right?
start doing micro shrooming again.
You know, you start going with a fucking chick, right, for about 10 months, right? Everything's perfect. You're going on about a year, you know. All of a sudden, chick breaks it off with you overnight, right? Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, that sucks. Why? Oh, I think I just need a break. I don't know if it's a break or a breakup. Let's just I don't know. Let's just take a
See,
break.
This is why Ross was confused.
Being the nice, yes, because men talk about this straightforward.
We were on a break.
Straightforward, people. Men, I feel like, are fucking straightforward. I was like, okay, well, me being the guy I am,
Real men.
me
are
being
straightforward.
yeah, me being the guy I am, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Fuck boys, fuck around.
I'm gonna give you
I
the
It's in
fucking.
reach.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna give you the
Not
space
to
that you
fuck.
deserve, right? That you deserve or you need. Whatever you say you need space, cool. Let's just fucking do it, right?
Yeah, right.
At that point,
Join the Space Force. Fuck off.
at that point, you know, I'm sitting there like, all right, we're on a break, whatever. Let's see what happens. I find out about 2 months later, after the break is still active or whatever the fuck, through other people.
Yeah.
I mean, not me. This is
You can see
hypothetical.
he's
Sorry,
still
this isn't
dealing.
me.
See what you've done. He's still dealing.
Hypothetical, this person gets told through a third party that, you know, she's been fucking around with people, right, for like the last 2 months, and she's just been talking about it at work. Okay, didn't know that. So, cool. This same person, what is this, fast forwarding? No, this was actually a year ago. Almost.
Has it been that long?
It was last February, bro. Yeah.
I have no concept of time.
It's been about a year. So about a year ago, randomly starts messaging you again and getting kind of friendly with you.
Horror.
What does this person do? What does said person do that is the receiver of this message now?
I told him just ignore it.
Oh, this isn't me.
Mm.
This is totally hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Heard.
But in that idea that you keep in mind,
This is our therapy.
what does
I keep staring at the ceiling.
you just like it's hypothetical? It's hypothetical. There's a hook right there. I can hang myself.
Dude, there really is. I hang my punch for my punching bag.
There's a hook right
My
above the
punching
light that I
bag.
have set up.
Not my strangling. Giggity.
I do that upstairs.
Erotic suffocation. Choke me, daddy.
Jesus, now we're back at Cracker Barrel. I mean, not a Cracker. I can't say that word. Like, I can't finish it. Yeah, fuck at Cracker Barrel. They don't
That's
know
what
where
I'm
we
gonna
are.
miss. I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah. You're gonna miss Beardy too.
Yeah, I already do.
I know.
Cause I only got to see him. I only see him like
You didn't see him a lot towards the end because like
no, cause his schedule changed,
Yeah.
and my schedule kind of like because I was
didn't
only,
coincide with his a
No,
lot.
so
Because
we
he
saw-
was weekends. You saw him Fridays.
yeah, and
like,
half the time I was opening on Friday, so like
yeah.
I wasn't on the line with him, like on the backup, and I didn't get to hang out with him. We didn't get to.
Apparently, we scarred him that one night.
What are we talking about?
Remember that night where we both crashed here?
How did I scar him?
No, you didn't scar him. Like in general, I don't know if he just like had too much because he was like talking to Savannah that night too.
He was talking like a lot
A couple girls, yeah. But like that night, he was like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but he felt like fucking fucked up. I guess he hasn't been drinking that much since then.
Yeah, I think yeah, I've noticed that because he said he's like when you said he wasn't drinking much, and then I was like, oh, this is because that night.
Probably was that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't too bad for me. I mean,
I thought I had a great night.
I was just like, it's late. I'm gonna crash here, and in the morning I'll fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mind.
Yeah, that's why
was
I like good sized places. Like,
Yeah.
You never know when a homie needs a couch.
Yeah. That was a fucking fun night though.
At any time. Like,
That's when I got the bonus content. We still didn't post up here though, of him going off. I told him we want him on the podcast too. We also thought about.
We've been promising. We promised twice.
I
that
know.
he was going to be on the next one.
I'm not gonna promise again, but I really want him on the next one.
Yeah, because now I'm not there anymore.
I'm gonna ask him.
We're gonna have more.
I'm gonna have to ask him when I see him next.
We're trying to catch up. We gotta get mics. We gotta get like real shit.
Yeah.
That's on
I wanted to do.
on my Amazon.
It actually came up because they started talking about a podcast at work. Saturday. Yeah, that was yesterday. And I don't know. They're talking about doing like a live stream with a couple people, and I was like, depending on who it is, yeah, I would do like a fucking live one too. I don't mind. I'll stream it right to the channel and fucking just upload it. Like, it's easy to do. That's not hard to do through the channel either. I found out how to do live streaming with that. It's not bad.
Yeah, I still have to figure. I figure out how to figure this.
Or we can just do a podcast in general, and we can fucking edit as usual. But we'll just have a couple people on either way.
Yeah, selective people. I don't want everyone to know where I live.
Yeah, that's why I said selective people.
Like, and then like we figured it out. If we can do like where,
or we can do another location randomly.
They're at their place. Like we like fucking Zoom it or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the face to face.
I do too. I like it better in person. The conversations are more organic, I feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where.
But
so
I told you I saw Jason on the way out. I told you that on the way here.
Yeah, you saw him at Wise.
And I told him that I was recording the podcast like later on tonight, and he was like, "I would fucking love that." And I was like, "Dude, we'd have you on too. That'd be fucking hilarious."
He has an open invitation.
Yeah, he does.
He's the one who I don't want to know where I live. He's the kind of guy who like in the neighborhood and just stop by, and
like, what the fuck you doing here, bro? It's like 6 a.m. on a fucking Tuesday, bro.
I require a heads up.
Doing?
If you're gonna come over, I require some form of heads up, like a text. Just just in case I'm home.
Don't text you, bro. I'm outside. You home? Yeah, I'm jerking off. What are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I get, you get lazy for a couple days and the place looks like shit.
What the fuck are you here right now?
So,
Oh, no, I get the place looking like shit thing. I know, I do that too.
Yeah. It's
like, I haven't, vacuumed my place in a few days and I have a cat, so, my place looks like
Where's
a
your
piece of
cat?
shit right now. What?
You say you don't have a cat?
No, I said I haven't vacuumed my place in, 4 fucking days and I have a cat.
Oh, they shit like shit.
So, my motherfucking place looks like shit right
after
now.
a while, it's like a carpet on a carpet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like somebody,
Yes.
There's roadkill just exploded in my apartment.
Yeah. If you don't want to burn out your vacuum, use a broom first. It'll get up. It'll get it all up. That's what I have to do with the carpets because I have the 2 cats and the dog.
Okay.
So you can see how that overwhelming it looks. Like I can sweep, I can do all that vacuum, and it still look like I didn't do shit. Yeah, they're just really bad with the shedding is real bad because the dog's I think he's what the fuck did my brother say he was? Half husky and half lab or some shit.
Fuck man, that was
he's a furry. He's a shedder.
Yeah, that was like when we were younger and we got the fucking Shiba. The Buddy was his name, but we got the Shiba Inu, and they fucking pet store lied to us right to our faces, right to my parents' face. Like, does he shed? Nah, not that much. And then we got him home. We're like, bro, that thing sheds like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta brush.
We're like, holy shit.
You gotta brush them good constantly.
If you don't shed it, your yard looks like roadkill every day. Just like it looks like you hit some fucking birds every day.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you're plucking them out of the sky.
Yeah, especially right after once they start dropping that winter coat.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why I like that's why I kind of like short hair dogs. Like you still gonna get hair, but it's almost like people hair.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
No, it was crazy though, but he was he was a good fucking dog though. He was a fantastic dog. It's just, I shit you not, only pissed in the house maybe 3 times in his whole life.
That's good.
That's ridiculously good. And one of which was because we moved. And he was like, where do I piss now? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we got him trained out. So it's like, oh, this means I go outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he literally, I shit you not, he pissed in my room when we moved to the apartment in Kingston, and it was like a green carpet. So he was like, "This looks right. This is green." And he's like, "I'm gonna piss here." And then they're like, "Oh, that's not where I piss." Fuck.
It's
Okay, where
yeah,
I piss?
it's a long. Yeah, that was a long trip. I have to piss because that's funny because I lived over when I lived over. I used to live over on off of Hazel over here by the New China.
Okay.
Like a little bit down. Yeah, a little bit down the road. And we first got the brought Blazer back.
Mm-hmm.
He was there for like a minute. I think she said it was a 45-minute drive, and I guarantee you she didn't get him to go out before, because like first 5 minutes that he like sniffed around and just took shit right on my floor, and I was like, I hope this doesn't. I didn't get mad because I was like, all right, the dog didn't go. They just threw him in the truck and then because he's a good dog because he wouldn't go in the car.
Yeah.
So he shit right on my floor. That's me. Yeah. But I've met him before. He's a good dog. He's a lunk.
He's a fucking awesome
He's a
dog,
pussy though. He's a useless guard dog.
Yeah, he seems he's an awesome dog.
Like if someone broke in,
Dude, the night I crashed on your couch, he like laid on my fucking legs, and I woke up thinking I was paralyzed. Because I don't know, he was on my legs, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked down, I was like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
bro, I thought I was Joe Swanson."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, he does it. He likes to cuddle.
Oh, I know, but I love a dog. Like I said, my cat comes in my room every night. Fucking like I have a sliding door. She opens it. She'll like put her paw through and like slide it.
Yeah.
And then she hops up and looks at me, and she'll meow at me. Like if I lay flat in the bed, look at her, she'll meow at me until I put my arm up, and then she's like, okay. And then she comes up like by my fucking side and just like curls up there. And I'm like, okay, you can sit there.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's like every night. It's like yeah, but I fucking love her to death, man. It's like she's like the savior in the last fucking year. In terms of the loneliness of the goddamn apartment, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel that. Well, no,
gosh.
I got a dickhead here, and I got the kids, so
Yeah.
animals don't really bother me not much.
I mean, like I said, my uncle, like I told you he crashes with me now.
Yeah.
Because of the last thing, but like it's like he's very much hermit in his own room. He doesn't really come out much.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I see him like in passing, and I'm like, oh, what's going on, bro? I'm like, he just doesn't really express a lot because I think he just feels like he's very prideful in himself.
Yeah, he feels.
And he feels like he's just trying to, I stay there until he doesn't have to anymore because he feels like down on himself. You know what I mean? Like, you're all good.
Yeah, as a
bro.
man.
Yeah, like he's a very prideful guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I mean, I'm sure he's depressed and.
Yeah, he's had fucking rough times. Like, but he's been dealt a lot of shitty hands. Like, I know he has. But I've been trying to think of that fucking funny thing I said at the bar. You should write that one down. I just remembered it. Thank God, because I thought I forgot it. That goddamn, when we were talking about Star Wars and incest.
Yeah.
Yeah. For whatever reason, we started talking about Star Wars.
I think it was at that moment she wanted to blow you.
At that, I should think about my lightsabers, sir.
Yeah, but she didn't do the touch.
I'll fucking make it beat red for you.
She never. I don't think she touched you. I think.
No, she did.
Did she?
Oh, you mean after that?
No, like when she.
No, she put her head on me numerous times and started laughing and like fucking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Or was it? I can never tell with them anymore. That's why I don't.
I don't know. You never know. I could be like, so are we doing this? She'll be like, doing what? And I'd be like, oh, I misread. I thought when you were like leaning on me and like you hugged me at the end of that, like we wanted to fuck, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was pretty detailed.
Yeah, we want to go back to my apartment and exchange Snapchats.
Just because I groped your dick doesn't mean I want to fuck you. Like, wait, what? What do you mean?
You literally stroked it. Like I have pre-com.
Oh my god, you just think about sex? Yeah, well, when you're doing that,
right? When you're grinding on my dick.
I mean, kinda.
He thinks so.
He's confused right now. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. What the fuck? No. Anyway, we started talking about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And I don't know what the fuck. We started talking about how the Skywalkers make out in that and how they're brother and sister. And how clearly it's a movie about, it starts with incest. And I was like, yeah, that's why all the fucking sequels are retarded.
It's just lightsabers and incest.
It's lightsabers and incest. That's why the sequels are retarded. And the moment I said, I was like, "That's you died." I was like, "That's pretty fucking funny." That was like one of the pissed like on the whim like fucking quick shots.
Yeah,
And I was like,
you clean
that's
that
pretty
up.
good.
You clean that up one. It'll be a good one.
Like, that wasn't a meaty joke. That I cut the fat off of that one.
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
good
like, that
one.
was good. I was like, I'm gonna save that one and use that
Yeah,
for
right.
fucking stand up.
Yeah, write that one down.
Oh my god.
That might be a good closer. You know what I mean? Or like
You guys like the Star Wars franchise? Just end with that one real quick.
Yeah. You gotta wait.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it'll work better if if it was if Star Wars was still a thing. Like,
Yeah.
where
I'll
are
have to
they,
wait for the next one to come out.
where are they at now? They just
I don't
made the
know.
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian. Yeah, they're coming out with
Yeah.
second season or third season, whatever it is.
There is a show.
Yeah.
I thought it was another.
They did a Boba Fett show where they followed him too in between. That was actually pretty. The second season was good.
Yeah, I seen the Last Jedi. That one wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad.
But like I understood why it was kind of like low key, wasn't all like pew pew. And then what was the one I seen? The one where they did it was like a pre-sequel to what the fuck is his name? The dude with Chewie, not Luke Skywalker, Anakin. What the hell?
Oh.
What? I can't remember his name now.
You talking about part of the first part threes, or was it like a prequel to where?
It was where he was a younger version before he met Princess Leia and all them shits. He drove the Millennium Falcon. I'm gonna get
Han?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's called Solo. It was that.
Oh
the pre-one.
yeah, that was pretty. That was decent.
I liked it.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, I like that one. That was where it ended up. That was where that ended with the fucking explosion of what the fuck planet, right? Where they got the parts or they got the goddamn plans for the.
Yeah, they just finished it or something. They just finished.
They got the plans for the Death Star or something.
Yeah.
It was like a whole. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, something like that.
No, they were. It was very hit and miss.
Yeah.
I thought the immediate sequels though, with fucking Skywalker or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were decent, but it was like The Force Awakens. He's all right. And then the Last Jedi was with her. I think it ended the whole series, and it was like it was okay.
Yeah.
But like I felt like it was a copy and paste though. The ending was a copy and paste because it was literally Luke, but it was a chick now. It was Rey, and then it was like still Palpatine telling her strike me down and go to the dark side. It was like, well, that's what you told Luke to do, and now you're telling her to do the exact same thing. So I feel like you just copy and pasted the storyline a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like
they're never gonna outdo the original.
as far as creativity goes, that was a little lazy for an ending.
Yeah.
But
Because Darth Vader is the OG.
well, the best part of that one with fucking Han in it was that the ending when it showed that scene of fucking Vader popping up and it just like his saber glowed red and it was like, oh shit, and he just killed everybody in that room. He like lifted the guy up on the roof and just sliced him in half, and you're like, holy shit!
Yeah, you're fucked.
Like that was the best fucking scene in that movie.
Yeah, that's the last boss. That's the boss scene right there.
Yeah.
Because
No,
all those droids and
they're very
the
hit and
foot
miss.
soldiers.
I'll tell you that. But the Mandalorian, I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. People thought it kind of fell off in the second season. I liked it.
Yeah.
I still thought it was
To be
remained
honest,
consistent.
nobody gave a
for the most
shit
part.
about anybody in that movie except Baby Yoda.
Oh, that whole shit. No. Oh,
As soon as they put Baby,
well, that kept the female audience intact.
they fucking love Baby Yoda. Everybody, I was like, what the fuck is Baby Yoda? They're like, oh, it's a new Star Wars Mandalorian. I'm like,
Well, they named him at the end of the second one Grogu, and everyone's like, he's still Baby Yoda. And you're
Yeah,
like,
still Yoda.
no. He's
Yes.
actually a totally different fucking
Yeah.
person. He's not Yoda.
they won't. Well,
But-
what's his face won't? Steven Spielberg, right? Or no, George Lucas. I'm
George
sorry.
Lucas,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get torched.
You're like, bro, what?
the
No.
The nerds are like,
The nerds have just
how
canceled this.
fucking dare you? But he said, I was watching a clip.
Well, fuck.
He said they don't want to give him a birthplace and a background because they think the mysterious.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I like
but
that.
he also joked that he is the illegitimate child of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. These are his words.
That's hilarious.
You can find it like on the clip on like Facebook and YouTube and all that shit.
That's funny though.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of.
That's why I love George Lucas.
That guy man has a sense of humor.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. I love him.
It's like, wow, that's funny.
God damn it. Fuck, man. I don't know.
Show.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that one down. Keep that one for fucking safekeeping.
I would.
I want to talk about. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. I know for the people that do tune in and they listen to or they watch wrestling, we'll end on that because we're going into Mania season now. The Rumble. So, we've got Cody Rhodes winning, right? He's going to Mania. He's going to build up that whole feud with Cody Rhodes. Or with fucking Roman Reigns, sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow build because Roman Reigns has to get through fucking
He's got
to get through Sami Zayn first.
I think the Sami Zayn thing is going to be more hype than the fucking Cody Rhodes thing, though. I'm kind of concerned.
Because, I'm sorry, Sami Zayn is the hottest thing.
Sami Zayn, even though Rhodes came, he's had that whole, like, the whole, like, Cinderella story coming back and all that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see Sami Zayn. It's like Daniel Bryan again. Everyone wants to see Daniel Bryan, that year, like, go against everybody. And it's like Sami Zayn is fucking white hot right now.
Right.
I was like, and I'm kind of concerned that Rhodes is going to get, like, a little bit of backlash from that shit.
Yeah, it's not going to be as big.
Yeah. If they didn't build Sammy up the last few months to be this fucking good and he wasn't, like, with the bloodline, it'd be a lot better. But now that he's that white hot, I don't know, man.
Can you imagine if they decide to put the belt on him for at least the next pay-per-view?
What if they decide to throw him in a triple threat like they did at Mania with fucking Daniel Bryan? Make it a Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and fucking Roman Reigns.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Right.
That'd be a good match, to be honest.
That'd be fucking ridiculous.
I still think they'll chant Sammy the whole time.
They will. I love Cody, don't get me wrong. I love Cody. I was just telling you, I think he has the best fucking theme song in all of wrestling.
Yep.
I was like, but like, Sammy, man, he's just gold. Like, he's like one of those guys that never got his due, I think, on the main roster.
No.
He never got the chance to run with the belt. He never, like, no matter what the storyline is that he's handed, like, hey, get this gimmick over, he's done it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Like, beautifully. Like, no matter what, he's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
he
he's
any
gold on his shit,
after
man.
when he came to the main roster? I know he won a couple.
I think he got the IC. He didn't get a main title. He didn't get a world title.
Oh, I didn't even know he got that.
I think he got the IC. I don't think he got the US. I think the IC is the only one he got.
That's so good. That's a good prestigious. That's a good history on the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah,
like some of the greats. That's just one step.
But it wasn't like a lengthy reign either, though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was. I know he challenged for the US when Cena had it because I remember that was an open challenge and that was a good match Cena had with him. I remember that.
He was there for when Cena had US
Yeah.
title.
He still had short hair and shit.
Yeah, he was still.
He came up from NXT like not too long. You know what I mean? Like
I have no track.
Yeah. That Rumble was good. Rhea Ripley wins the women's. I mean, as far as predictability goes, that was a little less predictable. Like, I feel like it would have been a little more effective if they didn't basically tell everyone that Cody Rhodes was returning at the Rumble. I think they kind of should have just kept that to themselves and then had it pop up, be like, boo! Like a surprise entry. And like you said, he should have came in earlier. You know what I mean? Like,
but the 30 spot is always like the biggest anticipation.
Yeah, but it's like he's returning. Oh, and he managed to get number 30. Okay, like come on now. You know what I mean? You could have made him like 24 or some shit.
Yeah, 30 is a big thing. Like if it's like who's it gonna be? That's who you want the pop.
They should have
nobody cares about the the guys.
They should have got a big crazy pop for
like not 30. That they don't matter, but like we all want to be like okay, who's gonna be the surprise 30.
We all knew Cody Rhodes was returning, and they were like, "Oh, well, he's 30 then."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it kind of you getting lost.
It lost the pop a little bit. Right, because Rhea Ripley won the women's.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax returned.
Did she really?
She in the Rumble.
Oh, that doesn't count.
I don't know how I feel.
I've seen Grandmaster Flash.
After how many people she almost killed when she was released, I was like, thank God, because she was killing people. Like she almost injured so many people, like ended their careers because she was careless, and like it was like a slow clap when she got released for me. I was like, thank God. I know she's a big woman and she brings a different dynamic to that locker room, but like, dude,
yeah, she's probably a bit stiff.
She's a bit stiff.
She's also Samoan.
Yeah. Well, she's The Rock's fucking niece? I think it is. She has a relation to The Rock. She's like
no idea.
She's family member to The Rock.
They should bring her. You know what they should do now? That the bloodlines. Yeah, they should start bringing
a woman to the bloodline.
They should start bringing and grab. I don't think Tamina is related to them, but she's Samoan. She you know what I mean? They can still bring her in.
Yeah.
Like she's not part of that Samoan family, but she's still part of a heritage.
No, Nia Jax would that'd be good to bring her into that shit. I could see that. But no, yeah, she returned, and it took like all the women in there to get her out, and it was like one of those moments.
Well, yeah,
like,
because she's
oh,
a
fuck.
big girl.
Yeah.
They do. That's how you get the big people out.
Rhea Ripley coming in #1, winning it. I can't say who else I would say win the Rumble, but like that was a good choice, I think, because she's gonna have that.
Because she's hot popular right now.
Yeah, with the fucking
With the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Yeah.
Nobody even cares about the other guys. They only care about Rhea Ripley.
Rhea and I Balor. The fact that he has a faction makes me happy. Like I wish he got some more fucking attention on him, but like.
Yeah. Well, he's been there a minute too.
Yeah.
And these people are up and coming from NXT only a couple
Yep.
years. So it's actually perfect. Like,
It's good for them.
He's
elevating.
He's
them.
like the
Yeah.
He's like almost like the Ric Flair or Triple
Yeah,
H
just being associated with them is helping them.
Yeah, he can give him so many pointers and
Yeah. Fucking Dominic Mysterio and
that goofball.
he's playing his fucking role great though. I'm not gonna lie, he is.
The wannabe gangster.
The little fucking guy.
I read online that the Guerrero family are mad at him, but I didn't read into it.
I know, but the character he's trying to play, like, he's just doing it well.
He's such a punk.
Exactly, and that's the character he plays fucking perfect though. Like you hate the guy, you're like, bro, fucking bitch, like, fucking hate your guts, and you're like, oh my god, it's working. You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, it's working.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to strangle this little bitch.
But no one's seen
like,
Ray.
Fuck.
No one's seen Ray in a while.
Yeah. Well, that was an entry. So he was supposed. I forget what number it was, but I watched. Like I knew who won it, but I wanted to watch the Rumble anyway.
Yeah.
So I went through and I watched it. I forget what entrant number he was, but Rey Mysterio's music played, and he didn't come out. And then like 30 seconds later, Dominic came out wearing his mask.
Oh.
And then he took his mask off and was like, I wonder what happened to fucking Ray. And like the Judgment Day took him out backstage and shit. Like it was the whole.
Why did they target him?
I think it's just always gonna be a thing because Ray and Dominic, you know what I mean? It's like his son is like, I don't know if they're gonna feud any further, but
I don't think that kid has what it takes to fill Rey Mysterio's shoes. It's a different generation of superstars.
he's still doing the 619 and everything too, though.
He's gonna. That's what he turned on. It's like a Kane Undertaker thing.
Yeah.
Like brothers and family, they usually share. How many Samoans do a Samoan drop?
Oh fuck. So I like how Solo Sikoa, speaking of that, is like Umaga but just thinner.
He's a small Umaga.
He's literally like the same moveset. He does a splash.
That's
he does
funny.
the fucking hip attack. He does the fucking, Samoan spike.
Yeah.
He did the expressions. He fucking like yells and shit. You're like, bro, you're Umaga.
He's Umaga.
Like you're
It's
Umaga
funny
but thinner.
because
Like,
I think they signed Umaga's real kid.
really?
Yeah, but I think he's like in the performance center or something.
Oh, shit.
Because I know The Rock's daughter debuted in the NXT.
Yeah. That was. I remember people were
Which
like, "Oh, it was
made-
so anticlimactic." I was like, "Well, nobody knew who she was."
Yeah, which makes me feel really fucking old.
When these people like debut, you're
'Cause
like, "Oh my god, bro."
I was like, I used to watch your dad.
Next paycheck I get is that I'm gonna I got like so many shirts saved on the WWE shop. I want to just buy like some new shit. Like I have I'm buying the Stone Cold What shirt. I'm buying there's like that Wyatt one that they did with the fucking Firefly, but it's like luminescent. It's like kind of purple logo, but it glows with like the UV light.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I want to buy that shit because that's like a limited shirt, I guess. And I was like, yeah, there's so much shit I want to buy on there. But speaking of Wyatt, that was an interesting one too. Did you watch that at all?
I watched the highlights of the blackout.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of
Cool and corny.
yes. At the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I can get into this.
I want to see where it goes.
Like I understand it's a promotional.
Yeah, if it wasn't a promotional match, I don't think it would have been as corny.
Yeah, everyone's like, okay, they're gonna do something, but I was
Something's
like,
gonna glow, bro.
I just thought it was gonna be like everything's dark and there's just a spotlight on them.
Yeah. That would have been interesting.
Because that's basically how they used to do it.
Yeah.
In a blackout match.
No, it was like there was glowing shit. His trunks glue. I did like the glowing because you didn't know because he came out in regular lighting and like his face looked like he had like black eyeliner and shit. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he did that thing and he turned on the lights and he had like all the fucking like face paint and shit. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. It was a cool.
Yeah, when I
effect.
saw him with the face paint, I'm like, follow him with the face paint, and I was like, blackout match. I'm like, he probably has the fucking bioluminescent.
Yeah, the fucking
glow
luminescent shit. Yeah,
that's it.
And then he fucking. I started looking at people's like opinions on that shit and like theories. So when he was doing that upside down thing, people thought it was like, oh, it's the Moth logo, and they're like, no, look at it. And like there was one theory, and I was like, oh shit, I can see that. It's like it looks like the fucking lamb mask that he used to, like they used to have. What's his face wear? And like there's like the nose is like down by his beard and shit, and then like the horns are his arms. I'm like, oh fuck, I can see that. You know, I was like, that's
I'll have
there.
to look back at it.
So like I was like, oh, I want because you know Wyatt always has those fucking messages in his paint and shit. Like you know he had something that's hidden in that.
Yeah.
And then he put on that other mask. Like so he basically he won the match, and then he turned around and then put on that other mask, and I was like, the fuck is that? And I don't know. I couldn't even. I was trying to like look at pictures of that. I couldn't make out what that even looked like. But he put on that other mask, and I felt like once he put that mask on, he was like the Fiend again.
Yeah.
Because he was like he carried himself differently. He was just chasing him. He did the mandible claw. You know, it was like all the shit that the Fiend did.
It's funny because I watched an interview with Bray Wyatt. He said the Fiend's dead.
Yeah,
But like,
he said it because it reminded me too much of fucking Luke Harper or what's his name.
oh no, that was the he couldn't do. That's why he couldn't do the original Bray Wyatt character.
Oh, okay.
Because like that one's he can't do that anymore. He won't.
Yeah.
But if he's like as far as the Fiend goes, he's kind of like a dead. Like the character itself is dead.
Yeah.
But I still think we're gonna see some kind of variety.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's still doing the Funhouse, so it's like you have seeds of it there still. But I don't think we're not gonna see the Fiend mask ever again. Like we're not gonna see that shit.
No.
Which I'm fine with. Like I like the evolving shit, but so that was good. The Blackout match, the Rebels were good, and then that Sami Zayn thing with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good, man. First, Owens and Reigns have a great match. There's that one spot that Owens rarely messes up ever in the ring. Did you see that botch he had with the moonsault?
No, I didn't. I think I only watched highlights now.
You know how he gets up on the second rope and he like does the turn, jumps up to the top rope and does a moonsault?
Yeah, he does.
Well, when he turned, he like missed his footing.
Mm-hmm.
So like he just fell like on like Roman saved his ass because Roman like slid over and he fell like onto Roman's back, like backwards off the top rope. So like watching, I was like, oh fuck, like that was a bad botch.
Yeah. So that's
luckily Roman saved his
ass. That's called taking care of your opponent.
Yeah, but he saved his ass. And then what Reigns did, where fucking Owens got up, like you could tell like he doesn't mess up because he takes pride in it. You could tell. He like got up, he like fucking got pissed. He flipped him over. He did like the senton, and then he hopped up on the second rope and did a moonsault like right afterwards, like immediately. But it was like one of those things. It was like, oh my god, like it was scary to watch.
Yeah, because
that could fucking you miss that one rope. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you come down. Yeah, you mess up. You come down just a little wrong.
Yep. And that's not a fucking easy. Like he's a big dude. Like doing that, like doing a moonsault off the top rope for him is already impressive. But he like stands facing you in the middle rope, hops, turns around as he hops, hits the top ropes, and does a fucking backflip. And you're like, the dude's like about 300 pounds. You know what I mean? Like doing that shit. You're like, what the fuck?
It's fucking pure talent.
Like, holy shit. So, but he did that botch. That match was great. And then they did the whole Sami Zayn turning on. I say turning on him, but
I think if
they tortured Owens after that match. It was like
they could just left. They could just like I can give him a couple more shots because you're a heel.
Yeah,
you build the thing, but
they made it like torture. Like you got to end him. Like
they cuffed him, and they're like Sam's like I'm not fucking.
Did you like that nice little nod to the Shield too?
No.
You think about the connection of that, the way Sammy backed up and hit him in the back with the chair like they did with the Shield. It was like the same way, and Roman went down, and it was like, oh my god. It was like rewinding fucking years prior.
It probably gave him a flashback.
Yeah, I think that the way they filmed that and the way he did that, and Roman went down like clutching his back and shit. I was like, bro, that's like Shield. Like you just went back to that shit. I was like, that was a nice callback the way you wrote that. Like it was just.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't even intentional, but.
Because
he gave the man the chair.
Yeah, it just looked too similar. Like because Roman goes down the same way. Like, because I watched the comparison when he gets hit in the back with the Shield, he like clenches and like goes down. It's like he went down like the same way, like fucking grabbing his back, and it's like he just clenched it. And I was like, dude, that's similar.
It's a shot of betrayal.
Yeah, it's like
they all do. They kind of all do.
I feel like that had to be like fucking something intentional with that. It just looked too similar. You know what I mean? Like
I think it might be just coincidence.
And it might be. But either way, it was a nice non-intentional.
Yeah, then they kicked the shit out. Then they kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah. And now Sammy's challenging him at the fucking chamber.
Yeah. I was surprised that he jumped him the following night.
Yeah.
He like came out and then gave him a good and then speared him. I was like, oh shit, Sammy's got one on the chin.
Yeah.
And then it drastically turned on him.
Oh,
but like
the
set of balls because Sami Zayn usually doesn't.
No, he was just pure like fucking raw emotion in that promo.
Yeah,
And he was like screaming at him in the mic and shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
He's fired up. There's no way in hell he's gonna take the title from him at the Chamber, but I just hope it's a good fucking match.
Yeah, I think I have a feeling it's gonna be a really good match. Really good match. Now we gotta figure out what's going on with Jey Uso.
I still think it's gonna end up somehow. I don't know. I still think Owens and Zayn are gonna fucking end up tagging or some shit, but
He might.
I think that might be
Jey
a main
might
match.
turn on. Yeah, he might turn on Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
He
you might have
was-
Solo. You might have Solo and Jimmy defend the tag titles.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna lose all. I think they're gonna lose all their gold at Mania. I think everyone's losing their gold at Mania. I think the whole bloodline is going down the fucking hill at Mania. I think that's where it's gonna like be a turn in the storyline.
well,
like,
Well, it's only fair. They've had the titles for God knows how long. It's time to, let somebody else get it. Then they go back, like do they suck back into the shadows, and then after a while, they come back a little bit strong. They come back stronger, bigger and stronger.
Yep.
Maybe with fucking Nia Jax and Tamina.
Yeah, they gotta get one of them in there. They gotta get the female representation.
Maybe,
Nia Jax would be like a more dominant force, obviously. No disrespect to Tamina, but like, as much as I think she's fucking, from what I've read, not a safe worker, she's a lot more dominant in terms of just having her in a faction than Tamina would be. But like,
yeah.
I
don't know if she changed the character. They changed the character up to where because if she's like, just fucking like if she does what she's told.
Yeah.
Because she's she's a woman. She don't want to listen. She don't want to listen to a man. But I think if she has someone like Paul Heyman in her corner, she can probably go somewhere. But if she's unsafe to work with, then I don't care what family you're from.
Yeah, no.
Like that's the whole point. Like you're supposed to protect your opponent because it's a show.
Right.
You're not really trying to harm your guy. We all got families.
Yeah. Are we getting close to our limit here?
Yeah, almost.
All right. Well, we went off the rails with some shit, but that's kind of what this podcast is about. We don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about. The only thing we had in mind was the balloon. So, the balloon. And that fucking, I think, wraps the 11th edition. I really want to get Beardy on next episode. So, hopefully, we'll have somebody on as a guest next time. We'll have 3 people at least. I want to have a third person. That sounds really kinky. It's not what I mean, but I want to have a third person. Just let me have a third person. This is not fair that you don't let me discuss it, man. But
I think we should wait till you get a better setup.
I gotta invest in mics. Like, we have the light here. If I invest in a couple mics, it'll be worth it.
A little bit more, yeah. So we can, because all 3 of us are not gonna fit on this one side of the fucking table.
Yeah.
Unless we do a corner thing. Unless we put they set the camera in the corner.
Well, yeah, we can move this and move the light in the corner and then something like that. Yeah, we can do it. But
We'll dick around with it.
Yeah, we'll fuck around. We get creative with our shit, but I think that'll do it for the 11th edition of All My Friends Are Grown-Ups, the uncut, unfiltered, unfucking edited podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, favorite wherever you can. YouTube, Spotify. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all that good shit. You can see some other little quick videos and share with all your friends. Any of those platforms you want. It helps us. If you stayed through the whole podcast, we love you. Thank you. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, how sad is your fucking life?
We're here recording this. I mean, you're listening to it. That's...
Just as high as I am. Like these guys make sense. Like no, bro. We ramble. Ramble through concepts.
I don't believe half the shit I say, but
I don't even know half the shit I say.
On that note,
just say it.
Till next time.
Later.
Out.